Your speech is terrible.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Smile, Tom.
Hello. You haven't cooked yet.
Running across the field with perspiration running down my face, I finally make it to the goal. I take a shot, look up, and see the ball in the back of the net. We all have experiences in life that bring us adrenaline and excitement. However, we all experience these at different times and in different ways. Did you know that soccer is the most popular sport in the world and that over 265 million people play it? It is a game full of fluidity and creativity. It is a game of tactics and skill and requires much athleticism. Today, I'm going to inform you about the game of soccer. First, I'm going to tell you about the general information and origin. Then, I'm going to talk about the rules and how to play. And finally, I'm going to talk about the skill and intensity level that is needed. Soccer has been played by many people for a very long time, and its origin can be traced back to the 2nd century Han Dynasty in China. However, soccer was first made popular in England, and the first soccer association was formed there in 1863. Soccer is known as the world sport, and over 200 countries now play it. And there's a World Cup tournament that brings the best 32 countries together to play. There's both the Men's World Cup and a Women's World Cup played every 4 years, however not on the same year. This is a time when people from all over the world come together to play soccer. Soccer is full of creativity, but there are definitely rules and formations that need to be followed. However, there is not a set formation used by each team, but it is usually determined by the coach. But there are 10 field players and 1 goalie. It is played on a flat field with a goal on each end. And the professionals play 2 45-minute halves, but the game is usually shortened for youth. During a 90-minute game, a lot can happen, so there are 3 officials to referee the game. When the ball goes out of bounds, the team that did not kick the ball out will simply throw the ball back in. But if the ball goes out of bounds on the line that is parallel with the goal, it is either a goal kick or a corner kick, depending on which team kicked it out. There's also a more complex rule known as offsides. In this, the attacker cannot be behind the defender when they receive the ball. This prevents cherry pickers, as we call them, or simply the attacker standing next to the goal, waiting for the ball the entire game. The game can also get very physical, so there are both yellow cards, which are simply a warning, and red cards, which will actually throw the player out of the game. These are usually given for excessive physical conduct. Although there are rules, the game is very creative and requires a lot of skill. 2 basic necessary skills that you need to have are foot skills and good ball striking technique. And although not essential, it can be important and helpful to have speed to outrun your opponents and strength to not get pushed off the ball. And another essential skill is juggling. This enables you to have good ball handling skills and control. Soccer is highly competitive, and this is reflected in the many countries that come together to play the World Cup to compete for the winning title. And although soccer is not usually a high-scoring game, it can be very intense. When the score is 1-1, it can keep the audience guessing and can push the players even harder to want to win. Soccer is a sport that much of the world can relate to. And again, this is reflected in the World Cup as they all come together to play a common sport. Soccer is a game of both skill and intensity and can be very fun and entertaining to watch. Even if you do not play soccer, we all have things in our life that make us happy and bring us entertainment and joy. So what makes you happy and brings you joy in your life? Well, For about 265 million people, this just happens to be soccer. There's not a feeling for soccer players that can be matched to the feeling of seeing the ball in the back of the net after a great strike. Thank you. Alright, so what did you guys think?
Good job. Good use of PowerPoint.
Thank you. Yeah.
I thought it would have been a little more interesting if you would have explained more of the physical, penalizing for physical contact. That would kind of, like, what exact physical contact, like kicking or shoving or pushing.
Sure. Alright. Cool. Well, thank you guys.